came alive with the streetlights fade, with a quiet fire and a slow parade. The bass guitar moved beneath her skin, like a secret pulling her back in. The piano leaning on a minor chord, soft as rain on a locked up door. The saxophone drifted far and thin, like a memory asking to begin. She had a heart full of unsaid things, broken prayers and folded wings, but in her eyes beneath the smoke, there was a woman who finally woke. She did not come to be adored, she did not need him anymore. She came to feel the night, confess that leaving can be tenderness. There's a baseline under her skin, warm and low where hope begins. She let the old love disappear and found herself still breathing here. There's a baseline under her skin, soft as sin but clean within. She lost the dream she tried to save, but gained the soul she almost gave. He used to call her late at night, when the city wore its lonely light. His voice was honey, thin and sweet, a little poison in the heat. She used to answer every time, like pain could turn itself divine. Like if she loved him hard enough, he might become the man she loved. But half a heart is not a home, and borrowed warmth still leaves you cold. A kiss can glow and still be wrong, a flame can burn and not belong. So she stopped dancing in his dark, stopped feeding blood to a hungry spark, and every step away from him became a hymn beneath her skin. There's a baseline under her skin, warm and low where hope begins. She let the old love disappear and found herself still breathing here. There's a baseline under her skin, soft as sin but clean within. She lost the dream she tried to save, but gained the soul she almost gave. The saxophone sighed through the smoke of what has been. Ooh, let the piano cry for the girl who stayed with him. Ooh, she is not bitter, she is not cold, she is just a woman learning what she should not hold. In a mirror full of midnight blue, she saw the truth come into view. Not cruel, not sharp, not dressed in blame, just a quiet voice that spoke her name. You are not hard to choose, you were not born to lose. You were only asking love from hands that never knew. Then the bass moved soft and deep, like a promise under sleep, and all the silence in the room turned into space for her to bloom. No last embrace, no final plea, no begging him to finally see. She only breathed and turned away and let the shadows have their day. There's a baseline under her skin, warm and low where hope begins. She let the old love disappear and found herself still breathing here. There's a baseline under her skin, soft as sin but clean within. She lost the dream she tried The sax still whispered through the blue. She walked alone but not unseen. A midnight heart becoming clean. The city open, soft and wide, with all her ghosts still by her side. But none of them could pull her in, not with that bassline under her skin. She walks where the midnight windows glow, with a quiet heart moving soft and slow. The city hums like a distant sea, and every shadow makes room for me. A bassline breathes beneath the floor, like someone waiting behind the door. The piano falls in a minor shade, while the saxophone drifts through the rain. She wears the dark like a velvet coat, keeps old love letters in her throat. Not to remember, not to regret, just to forgive what she cannot forget. He was a dream with a dangerous face, a warm little lie in a lonely place. He gave her fire, then gave her cold, and called it love when he took control. Slow drifting blue, carry me far from him. I have touched the dark, but I will not live within. Slow drifting blue, let the night move through. I am not the heart he broke, I am the light that grew. Slow drifting blue, carry me far from him. I have touched the dark, but I will not live within. Slow drifting blue, let the night move through. I am not the heart he broke, I am the light that grew. The drums came loose like tired rain, dust on the beat, smoke in the veins. The bass guitar moved low and warm, like a pulse beneath a quiet storm. She used to wait for his return, used to call the hurt and learn, used to turn each wound to grace, just to keep her fate in place. But love should never make you plead, should never ask your soul to bleed, should never leave you cold and small, then say you wanted too much after all. So she let the old ghost go through the streets where blue lights flow, and with each breath she took that night, she brought herself back into sight. Slow drifting blue, carry me far from him. I have touched the dark, but I will not live within. Slow drifting blue, let the night move through. I am not the heart he broke, I am the light that grew. Ooh, let the saxophone fade like a memory in the rain. Ooh, let the bassline sway through the echo of my name. Ooh, I am still tender, ooh, I am still warm. I was not made for cages, I was made to leave the storm. In a backstreet bar at 2:30, she saw the past in a glass of blue. His voice returned from somewhere near, soft as smoke but no longer clear. He said he never meant to leave, he said he still knew how to grieve, but she had heard that song inside the night, and every note beneath her skin said, "This is where you begin." Slow drifting blue, carry me far from him. I have touched the dark, but I will not live within. Slow drifting blue, let the night move through. I am not the high broke, I am the light that grew. Slow drifting blue, with the bass beneath my feet. I can leave without revenge, I can make the silence sweet. Slow drifting blue, through the smoke and silver rain. I have lost a broken love, but I have found myself again. When dawn came pale across the glass, she let the final shadow pass. No goodbye burning on her tongue, no old song waiting to be sung. She walked away where the streetlights died, with the whole night breathing at her side. And all the sorrow she once knew became a slow drift into blue. She entered slow through a veil of rain, with a quiet smile and a private pain. The saxophone leaned into the blue, like it had been waiting there for you. The piano whispers soft and low, a wounded chord in a midnight glow. And every candle bent its flame, as if the dark had called her name. She held a glass but did not drink, watched old memories rise and sink. A little love, a little lie, a little death behind the eyes. But she was done with beautiful chains, done with drowning in familiar pain, done with calling sorrow fate, done with loving far too late. In the blue mercy room, where the lonely shadows sway, she lets go of what consumed and breathes herself away. In the blue mercy room, under smoke and silver light, she is softer than the moon, but she will not lose this fight. He used to touch her like a song, then leave her wondering what went wrong. He made the silence feel so deep. She learned to cry without losing sleep. His voice was velvet, warm and thin, a kind of heaven laced with sin. He gave her just enough to stay, and stole the morning from the day. But even roses learn the thorn, even ghosts can be reborn, even hearts that break in two can find a sky inside like a blue. So she stopped waiting for his hands to understand what love demands. She took her name back from the floor and did not need him anymore. In the blue mercy room, where the lonely shadows sway, she lets go of what consumes and breathes herself away. In the blue mercy room, under smoke and silver light, she is softer than the moon, but she will not lose this fight. The saxophone rise like a prayer without a word. Ooh, let the piano cry for the girl nobody heard. Ooh, she is still tender. Ooh, she is still true, but she will not disappear for a love that never grew. In the mirror by the bar, she saw every hidden scar, not as shame, not as defeat, but as proof beneath her feet. She whispered to the woman there, with tired eyes and midnight hair, you were never hard to love, you just asked the wrong hands for enough. Then the bass moved warm and slow, like blood beneath a field of snow. And something opened in her chest, a quiet place where she could rest. No grand revenge, no final scene, no bitter crown, no broken queen. Just one soft breath, just one clear sign, I am still mine. I am still mine. Mercy room, where the lonely shadows sway, she lets go of what consumes and breathes herself away. In the blue mercy room, under smoke and silver light, she is softer than the moon, but she will not lose this fight. In the blue mercy room, she forgives the wasted years, turns the silence into bloom, turns the salt back from her tears. Mercy room, she is leaving with the dawn, not because the night is over, but because her soul moves on. When morning came, the rain was thin, she felt the light against her skin. The saxophone faded down the hall like a ghost no longer calling. She walked outside, slow and free, with nothing left to make her plead. And all the love she could not save became the mercy that she gave. She came in quiet when the rain turned cold, with a tired heart and a story untold. Her eyes held storms she refused to name, but still they burned with a trembling flame. The piano sighed like it understood how a broken soul can still look good. She wore her scars like a velvet dress, not asking for more, not settling for less. She said, I have danced with the dark before, I have lost myself on a stranger's floor, but every wound that tried to make me small became a window after all. Ashes learn to glow when the night is deep, even shattered hearts have a light to keep. Ashes learn to glow under midnight skies. Sometimes what survives the fire is the part that learns to rise. Is the part that learns to rise. She used to love like a sacrifice, gave away her worth, paid every price, chased empty hands through the city haze, called it devotion, called it fate, but loneliness taught her how to breathe, how to let the wrong ones leave. Now she walks slow, but she walks her own, a queen of silence on a borrowed throne. She said, I have kissed the edge of pain, I have washed my face in bitter rain, but I won't beg for a love that burns. I am the lesson I had to learn. Ashes learn to glow when the night is deep, even shattered hearts have a light to keep. Ashes learn to glow under midnight skies. Sometimes what survives the fire is the part that learns to rise. Where is the part that learns to rise? Ooh, don't pity me, I was never weak, I was just a river learning how to speak. Ooh, don't rescue me, I know where I've been. Every scar upon my body is a door I'm walking in a smoky room where the saxophone cried. She raised her glass to the tears she dried. No more ghosts sleeping in her bed, no more roses painted red. She said love should feel like open air, not a prison made of care. And if I walk this road alone, at least this heart is finally home. Ashes learn to glow when the night is deep, even shattered hearts have a light to keep. Ashes learn to glow under midnight skies. Sometimes what survives the fire is the part that learns to rise. There's a part that learns to rise. Ashes learn to glow soft beneath the rain. She is not the girl who vanished, she is what remains. Ashes learn to glow when the cold winds blow, and the woman in the mirror is the only love she knows. She left at dawn with her head held high, no perfect ending, no sweet goodbye, just one last smile through the fading smoke, a broken heart but never broke. She sat alone where the blue lamps burn, with a heart too wise to still return. The saxophone moved through the air like someone's hands that once were there. The piano touched a smoky key, soft as a wound, deep as the sea. And in the hush between each sound, she felt her old dreams falling down. She did not cry, she did not blame, she only whispered her own name, as if the woman she had lost was coming home at any cost. He was a kiss in a dangerous light, a warm mistake on a lonely night. He made her feel like she could fly, then taught her how a soul can die. Midnight velvet prayer, carry me through the rain. I have loved what could not love me, I have survived the pain. Midnight velvet prayer, hold me soft and slow. I am not the girl he wounded, I am the one he'll never know. The bass was low like a secret breath, moving close to the edge of death. The brushes swept the silence clean, like footsteps through a fading dream. She used to call his absence fate, used to dress her hurt as faith, used to think if she stayed kind, he might learn to change his mind. But love should never make you small, should never make you beg at all, should never leave you cold and bare, then ask you why you need more care. So she laid the old hope down like a torn lace evening gown, and let the darkness see her face without the mask, without the grace. Midnight velvet prayer, carry me through the rain. I have loved what could not love me, I have survived the pain. Midnight velvet prayer, hold me soft and slow. I am not the girl he wounded, I am the one he'll never know. Ooh, let the saxophone rise like smoke above my skin. Ooh, let the piano cry for the places I have been. Ooh, I forgive the wanting. Ooh, I forgive the fall. I was not weak for loving, I was human after all. In the mirror, dim and white, she saw the girl she kept inside, the one who smiled through every tear, the one who disappeared each year. She touched the glass and softly said, you are not the life we fled, you are not the hands that lied, you are the soul that stayed alive. Then something gentle filled the room, not quite sunlight, not quite moon, a quiet warmth beneath the blue, a breath that said, begin anew. No final message, no last call, no shadow waiting in the hall, just her own heart, slow and clear, beating louder than the fear. Midnight velvet prayer, carry me through the rain. I have loved what could not love me, I have survived the pain. Midnight velvet prayer, hold me I am not the girl he wounded. I am the one he'll never know. Midnight velvet prayer, let the old ghosts fade. I will not become the sorrow of the choices that he made. Midnight velvet prayer, let the dark be kind. I have found a sacred doorway in the ruins of my mind. When morning came in silver threads, she rose from all her haunted beds, no longer waiting to be saved, no longer sleeping in his grave. She walked outside with quiet eyes, the rain still falling from the skies, but every drop against her face felt like mercy, felt like grace. She moved like snow through a room of smoke, a silver breath no one dared to hold. The piano touched one minor chord, and every heart looked toward the door. Her voice rose high where the cold stars sleep, soft as a secret, dark as the deep. She did not sing to be understood, she sang like sorrow finally could. A trumpet sighed from far away, like gold dissolving into gray. The saxophone bent low and thin, like old regret beneath the skin. She loved a man with empty eyes, a velvet mouth and practiced lies. He gave her nights that felt divine, then left her frozen inside time. Luminous silence, hold me above the pain. I have been lost in shadows, but I am not their name. Luminous silence, carry my heart through blue. I will not disappear for what I gave to. She kept her tears behind her smile, walked through the city mile by mile, neon dripping from the rain, like broken diamonds down the pane. She used to think that love should ache, that every kiss should bend and break, that if she bled and still stayed near, it meant the feeling was sincere. But midnight taught her otherwise, with patient hands and moonlit eyes. A heart is not a debt to pay, and love is not a place to stay. When all the rooms begin to close, when every promise turns to ghost, the soul becomes its own soft flame and whispers gently, say your name. Luminous silence, hold me above the pain. I have been lost in shadows, but I am not their name. Luminous silence, carry my heart through blue. saxophone weep. I have made peace with the darkness, but it does not get to keep me. Ooh, let the old love go. Let the night confess I was not born for begging. I was born for tenderness in the blue hotel of 3:30. She faced the ghost she used to be, a girl who waited pale and still for someone else to choose her will. She touched her chest and softly cried, forgive the heart that stayed and tried. She only wanted to be seen inside a love that felt like dream. Then silence opened like a door. She did not need him anymore. No final kiss, no cruel goodbye, just one long breath beneath the sky. And in that breath the world grew wide. The frozen moon moved from inside. She found a light no hands could take, a door no broken love could break. Luminous silence, hold me above the pain. I have been lost in shadows, but I am not their name. Luminous silence, carry my heart through blue. I will not disappear for what I gave to you. Luminous silence, soft above the rain. I bless the scar that taught me how to come home again. Luminous silence, high and clear and true. I am not the wound you left. I am the light that made it through. She left the room before the sun. No battle lost, no battle won. Just footsteps fading slow and bright, a siren walking out of night. She stood beneath the pale moon glass, watching all her old dreams pass. A cigarette burned in the rain, like a tiny star refusing pain. Her dress was black, her voice was light, a ghostly song in the frozen night. She smiled as if she had no fear, but carried storms from year to year. She knew the taste of almost love, the kind that never gives enough. A hand that holds then disappears, a kiss that teaches quiet tears. But she made a promise to her soul, no more begging to be whole, no more sleeping next to lies, no more drowning in beautiful lies. Pale moon promise, I will not disappear. I have lost too many pieces just to keep somebody near. Pale moon promise, I will learn to let go. Even flowers under winter find a secret way to grow. The piano whispered down the hall like broken rain against the wall. The saxophone was far and thin, like mercy trying to come back in. She remembered every door, every night she wanted more. Ooh, I bless the scars that taught me how to see. Love is not a cage and pain is not my destiny. In the mirror of the midnight room, she saw her face through fading gloom. Not the woman he left behind, but the one he never got to find. She touched the glass and softly said, I am not the ghost inside this bed. I am the breath after the storm. I am the light becoming warm. The city slept beneath her feet, neon bleeding through the street. She walked alone but not afraid, past every shadow love had made. No revenge and no regret, no more longing to forget. Just a heart with open hands, learning where its own truth stands. Pale moon promise, I will not disappear. I have lost too many pieces just to keep somebody near. Pale moon promise, I will learn to let go. Even flowers under winter find a secret way to grow. Pale moon promise, I am still divine. Not because I was never broken, but because the broken parts are mine. When morning came in silver slow, she left the room and let him go. The moon was fading from the sky, but something in her learned to rise. She ended slow where the candles died, with a frozen smile and a storm inside. The room held still for a quiet grace, like time forgot how to leave that place. A trumpet breathed from a distant wall, thin as regret, soft as a fall. The piano whispered one blue chord, like it had known her pain before. She was not chasing anyone, not the moon, not the morning sun. She only came to hear the sound of her own heart coming back around. Once she loved with trembling hands, built her dreams on sinking sand, gave her soul to a beautiful light, and called it heaven for a while. White flame in the black room burning, cold night but her soul keeps turning. White flame, no more fading slowly. She lost her love but she found something holy. He touched her like a velvet crime, sweet for a breath, gone every time. His kisses left a silver stain, pleasure wrapped around the pain. She learned to read between the sighs, the empty warmth of borrowed eyes, the kind of love that makes you small, then ask you why you hurt at all. But silence came like sacred snow, falling where the scars still glow. And in the you could not leave. Ooh, let the trumpet sigh for the heart that still believes. Ooh, I bless the sorrow. Ooh, I bless the scar. It showed me I was more than someone else's dark. In the mirror, pale and high, she saw no victim in her eyes. Only a woman, bruised but clear, who had survived another year. She whispered softly to the glass, I reached what could not last. I released the hands that took. I rewrite the final book. No revenge beneath her tongue, no bitter song left to be sung. Just a quiet, holy breath rising from the edge of death. The night was white, the street was bare, neon trembling in the air. She walked alone but not undone, a ghost returning to the sun. White flame in the black room burning, cold night but her soul keeps turning. White flame, no more fading slowly. She lost her love but she found something holy. White flame, soft above the silence, tender heart no longer lost to violence. White flame, high above the blue, she stopped becoming ashes for someone who never knew. When dawn arrived without a sound, she left her shadow on the ground. No final tear, no backward view, just light where the darkness grew. She came in late with the rain on her dress, a little bit wounded but nevertheless. The room turned quiet when she passed through, like every shadow was waiting to. The saxophone whispered against the wall, slow like a lover afraid to fall. The piano answered in minor gold, soft as a secret too heavy to hold. She had a smile that could hide the ache, a heart that bent but refused to break. And in her eyes beneath the blue was every goodbye she had made it through. She did not want another flame that only knew how to burn her name. She wanted love that could let her breathe, not hands that held just to make her bleed. Warm smoke, cold moon, she learned to leave, not a moment too soon. Warm smoke, soft rain, she found herself at the end of pain. Warm smoke, cold moon, she learned to leave, not a moment too soon. Warm smoke, soft rain, she found herself at the end of pain. He used to call when the night was deep, when loneliness would not let him sleep, and she would answer, soft and tired, still mistaken need for fire. He gave her kisses with empty hands, made broken promises sound like plans, and every morning he disappeared, leaving silence where she once felt near. But time can turn a wound to sight, teach a blind heart how to read the night, and every tear she tried to hide became a river changing tide. the old dream fade from view and makes a life from something true. Warm smoke, cold moon, she learned to leave, not a moment too soon. Warm smoke, soft rain, she found herself at the end of pain. Warm smoke, cold moon, she learned to leave, not a moment too soon. Warm smoke, soft rain, she found herself at the end of pain. Ooh, let the saxophone ride like mercy through the dark. Ooh, let the piano cry for the breaking of her heart. Oh, she is not lonely, she is learning to be free. Some nights are not empty, they are room enough to breathe. In a corner booth beneath blue light, she saw his face across the night. Same old charm, same tired eyes, same beautiful mouth full of beautiful lies. He said he missed the way she stayed, the way she loved, the way she prayed. But she had heard that song before and did not need the hurt anymore. She smiled like smoke, then looked away. Some love is only meant to teach, some names are only passing rain. Some hands were never meant to reach. The bass moved low beneath her skin like something quiet waking in. And all the years she thought were gone returned as strength before the dawn. Warm smoke, cold moon, she learned to leave, not a moment too soon. Warm smoke, soft rain, she found herself at the end of pain. Warm smoke, slow bloom, she is not a ghost in someone else's room. Warm smoke, new flame, she walks away and keeps her name. When morning brushed the window glass, she let the final shadow pass. No tears to beg, no words to prove, no heavy chain left there to move. She stepped outside, the street was wide, the moon was fading, still by her side. In the quiet afterglow, she finally knew what love should do. She came where the blue lights tremble low, with a face like snow and a heart of smoke. The room felt quiet around her flame, as if the night still knew her name. A muted piano touched the air like gentle hands through silver hair. The trumpet sighed, the sax replied like two lost ghosts on either side. She was not looking for a man, not for a kiss, not for a hand. She came to hear the silence say, you are still yours, don't drift away. Once she gave her golden years to someone fluent in her tears. He called her beauty, called her home, then made her feel more lost alone. The night knows her name when no one else remembers. She is more than the pain, more than dying embers. The night knows her name, softly through the rain. She can walk through the shadows and come back whole again. He loved her best beneath the dark, when no one saw the hidden marks, the pretty words, the empty chair, the kind of love that was never there. She used to turn her hurt to grace, used to hide it on her face. But every woman has a line where mercy turns to sacred fire. Now she does not need the light of almost love to feel alive. She does not chase the fading sound of footsteps that once led her down. She holds her sorrow like a glass, lets the cold moon watch it pass. And in the hush between each breath, she finds a life beyond regret. The night knows her name when no one else remembers. She is more than the pain, more than dying embers. The night knows her name, softly through the rain. She can walk through the shadows and come back whole again. Ooh, let the trumpet fade into the hollow blue. Ooh, let the saxophone ache for what she once went through. She is not the ghost of someone else's flame. She is the quiet woman who came back for her name. In the mirror, half awake, she saw the girl she used to break. Still so tender, still so brave, still reaching out from yesterday. She whispered, I am sorry now for every time I did not know how to choose myself before the fall, to hear my heart beneath it all. Then something moved inside the room, not a miracle, not a bloom, just one small truth, clean and clear. I am allowed to leave from here. No anger burning in her chest, no need to prove she loved him best. She only gathered what was hers from all those haunted yesteryears. The night knows her name when no one else remembers. She is more than the pain, more than dying embers. The night knows her name, softly through the rain. She can walk through the shadows and come back whole again. The night knows her name, high above the silence. She is not made for change, she is not made for violence. The night knows her name, and the dawn will learn it too. She was never lost forever, only passing through the blue. When morning touched the empty street, she walked away on quiet feet. No final look, no need to stay. The dark bowed down and led her astray. rain slips slow down the window frame, like heaven forgot my name. Neon trembling on your skin, blue light swaying paper thin. Your silence tastes like cheap red wine, bitter smoke and closing time. Somewhere far a saxophone cries, soft as angels learning lies. I move slowly through your room, like perfume wrapped in doom. Every heartbeat bends the dark, tiny ashes without a spark. And I still fall deeper whenever your shadow touches mine. Stay with me tonight inside this frozen city glow, where broken lovers disappear and no one has to know. Hold me like a secret, like a sin too soft to save, two velvet ghosts beneath the rain, drifting slowly to the grave. Dust hangs heavy in the air, ghost piano everywhere. Taxi headlights stain the walls like fading prayers in empty halls. Your fingers shake against my throat, slow confession, half spoke. Every breath becomes a flame, then disappears without a name. The moon hangs pale above the street, cold silver beneath our feet. And all the things we never said sleep beside us in the bed. And you look beautiful like loneliness, dressed in gold. Stay with me tonight inside this frozen city glow, where broken lovers disappear and no one has to know. Hold me like a secret, like a sin too soft to save, two velvet ghosts beneath the rain, drifting slowly to the grave. No heaven waiting, no morning coming, only blue static in the dark, only your heartbeat slow beside me like a dying work of art. And if tomorrow never finds us, let the night erase our names. We were beautiful for a moment inside the smoke, inside the rain, inside the rain. Stay with me tonight while the city drowns in blue, while every lonely streetlight burns for somebody like you. Touch me like a memory too fragile now to save, two velvet ghosts beneath the rain, learning how to fade. Soft saxophone, cold hotel glow, your shadow breathing next to mine. Night keeps falling, tape keeps turning, and the rain forgets the time. Silver rain on black marble streets, slow reflections beneath my feet. Every neon sign flickers tired, like old desires slowly expired. Your shadow waits beside the bar, half concealed beneath cigar smoke stars. Hear the trumpet through the wall, sounds like heaven right before the fall. The room is drowning in blue haze, dusty records spin for days, and your pale voice cuts through the dark, like moonlight through a dying heart. You lean closer, breathing slow, soft as snow on empty roads. Every silence in your eyes feels too sacred for goodbye. And I drift further every time you sing, like smoke dissolving into midnight wind. Silver rain on black marble, cold and wild sky above the train. Two lonely souls suspended weightless inside the endless rain. Hold me like the fading piano, floating low beneath the blue, like the final cigarette burning between me and you. Champagne trembling in your hand, like shattered dreams and wedding bands. Outside, the city moves too slow, a wounded river made of chrome. Your perfume lingers in the air, soft and dangerous everywhere. And every note the saxophone cries feels like another love that died. The elevator hums downstairs like a tired ghost saying prayers. Long hallways glow in faded gold, beautiful, empty, cold. You whisper softly near my ear, words I almost cannot hear, but your voice hangs crystalline above the static in my mind. And your high notes rise like pale cathedral light, haunting every corner of the night. Silver rain on black marble, cold noir sky above the train. Two lonely souls suspended weightless inside the endless rain. Hold me like the fading piano, floating low beneath the blue, like the final cigarette burning between me and you. No morning waiting for us now, only smoke beneath the clouds, only distant sirens crying through the frozen avenue. But your voice remains untouched, soft as silk and sharp as truth. Long notes trembling through the darkness, like stars dissolving into blue. And for one slow moment, the whole world disappears, leaving only tape hits, moonlight, and begins to decay. Touch me like a final memory, too beautiful to keep, too luminous ghost beneath the noir, falling endlessly asleep. Hit its trumpet, blue hotel glow, rainwater shining on your skin. Your voice faded far above me like a dream. I almost slipped in. Taxi lights dissolve in rain, gold reflections on the window pane. Useless silent in a velvet coat, smoking jasmine in every note. Downtown sirens sing so low, like broken angels moving slow. Your perfume stains the midnight air, a dangerous prayer I still wear. And the saxophone bleeds through the walls like a memory. When darkness calls, I let your shadow pull me near, like sweet ruin dressed in sea. Champagne ghosts on Lexington, slow motion hearts already gone. Black lace kisses, pale moon skin, every touch feels like a sin. You move like film across my mind, soft disaster, rare and divine. Femme fatale beneath blue light, holding heaven hostage tonight. Dusty drums beneath the bar, static humming from a distant car. Even piano half asleep while lonely echoes move beneath you. Whisper low against my throat, every word a sinking boat. Your eyes burn silver through the haze like cigarettes in motel days. And the city melts in crimson glow, nobody leaves the night untouched below. I taste heartbreak in your wine, slow and cinematic every time. Champagne ghosts on Lexington, slow motion hearts already gone. Black lace kisses, pale moon skin, every touch feels like a sin. You move like film across my mind, soft disaster, rare and divine. Femme fatale beneath blue light, holding heaven hostage tonight. Stay a little longer until the morning dies, until the jazz turns fragile and sorrow fills your eyes. Your lipstick on the crystal glass, like love not built to last. But I still drown inside your flame every time you say my name. Champagne ghosts on Lexington, midnight prayers undone and sung. Velvet sadness, trembling hands, two lost souls with ruined plans. You fade slow into the dark, leaving smoke inside my again. Red neon bleeding on the rain, slow taxi shadows down the lane. Your high heels echo soft and thin, like fragile crimes against my skin. The bar downstairs still hums in blue, old jazz records soaked in rue. A smoky trumpet fades away, like love too tired to beg to stay. You sit beside the window light, half disappearing into night. Long black gloves, pale silver eyes, holding storms you never hide. And every word you almost say falls like ashes in the haze, and beautiful and cold enough to make silence feel like love. You breathe slowly, like danger wrapped in velvet smoke, and my soul cracks open every time you choke on hope. Cigarettes beneath red neon, two shadows drifting out of time, slow dancing through abandoned heartbeats on the edge of goodbye. Touch me softly, like the rain against the fire escape, like the last kiss before the darkness takes our names away. Cheap bourbon tremble in a hand, like broken glass in wedding bands outside. The midnight subway groans, a lonely animal of chrome. Your perfume stains the hotel air, soft as sins we used to share. And all the ghosts inside this room bloom like roses without bloom. I hear the tape hiss, breathing low, like winter underneath the snow. Every second dripping black, like no tomorrow coming back. The city flickers far below, a dying sea of afterglow, and your reflection in the glass looks like someone built to last. But your eyes still carry empty churches inside, still burn softly like abandoned candlelight. Cigarettes beneath red neon, two shadows drifting out of time, slow dancing through abandoned heartbeats on the edge of goodbye. Touch me softly, like the rain against the fire escape, Street lights flicker on wet concrete. Slow jazz crawling beneath the heat. Your silhouette in the rearview glow like a secret only midnight knows. Cheap champagne in a velvet dress, eyes full of smoke and loneliness. You lean close just to disappear, leaving static in my ear. And the city hums in minor keys, cold wind dancing through the trees. You smile slow like a loaded gun, soft destruction dressed in love. Lipstick halo in the backseat, slow heartbreak wrapped in red sheets. You touch me like the night owns time, like danger trying to taste divine. Fallen angel in neon rain, sweet narcotic in my veins. Every whisper pulls me low, deeper into your afterglow. Dust hangs heavy above the floor, old sax crying behind the door. Sub bass breathing beneath my skin like temptation slowly settling in. Your fingers trace my cigarette burn, every scar a lesson learned. And your perfume mixed with gasoline feels too beautiful to be clean. Blue motel light against your face, everything moves in slow down grace. I hear heaven break apart inside the silence of your heart. Lipstick halo in the backseat, slow heartbreak wrapped in red sheets. You touch me like the night owns time, like danger trying to taste divine. Fallen angel in neon rain, sweet narcotic in my veins. Every whisper pulls me low, deeper into your afterglow. No prayers left inside this room, only shadows and cheap perfume. Your voice melts to the haze like lost love trapped in tape delays. And if the morning finally comes, don't wake me from what we've become. Let the vinyl spin us slow until there's nowhere left to go. Lipstick halo in the backseat, burning softly to the beat. Two dark souls in midnight glow, too far gone to let it go. You fade away like velvet smoke, leaving every promise broke. Still I chase your ghost alone through every city after home. Midnight drips from the ceiling fan, slow blue shadows across your hands. The city hums behind the rain like an old wound calling my name. Dusty records turning low on saxophone beneath the smoke. Every note hangs in the dark like fading embers without a spark. You lean against the motel door, black silk scattered on the floor. touch me softly, like the saxophone crying in the rain, like heaven melting into darkness again and again. Taxi headlights stay in the wall like old films before the fall. Your perfume lingers in the sheets, warm and dangerous and sweet. Warm and piano drips below like snowfall, moving slow while distant sirens fade away into the edge of dawnless gray. You whisper low beside my ear, words I almost cannot hear, but every syllable you hold turns the silence into gold. And when your high notes start to rise, the whole room changes shape and light, like angels drowning in champagne, beautiful inside the pain. And your eyes still burn softly through the blue, like the last cigarette glowing in a room for two. Smoke rings around your halo, blue light under your eyes. Two lonely souls in the afterglow, trying not to say goodbye. Touch me softly, like the saxophone crying in the rain, like heaven melting into darkness again and again. No morning comes for hearts like ours, only neon after hours, only smoke and velvet tones and unanswered telephones. But your voice rises through the silence, soft and pale and luminous. Long crescendos floating weightless like moonlight over ruin, trusting for one endless moment. Nothing else exists, only your breath, only the jazz, only this. Smoke rings around your halo while the whole city sleeps below, while lonely trumpets drown in reverb and nowhere else feels close. Hold me gently, like the last slow dance before the end. Two haunted hearts beneath the noir, too broken not to bend. Want a piano, warm tape hiss, rainwater glowing on the glass. Your voice fading through the midnight, like a dream too beautiful to last. Moonlight spills across the avenue, silver rain on midnight blue. Every traffic light burns slow, like dying stars beneath the snow. Your long shadow moves through smoke, soft as words we never spoke. Velvet silence on your lips, cold champagne on fingertips. Hit a piano from below. Old jazz wrapped in radio. Trumpets drowning in the haze like forgotten cabaret days. And your eyes hold distant storms, quiet grief in perfect form, beautiful enough to break every promise I could make. You sing softly like a siren to water, pulling me deeper into the glow. Moonlight over empty boulevards, blue neon trembling in the rain. Two restless hearts without tomorrow, drifting slowly through the pain. Touch me like the last slow saxophone, echoing down the wire, like two ghosts trapped inside the dark, breathing smoke and fire. Hotel curtains barely move in the pale electric blue. Your perfume lingers in the sheets, like sadness dressed in luxury. Outside, the city fades away into static and subway trains. Every stranger passing by looks half alive beneath the light. You lean close enough to hear tiny fractures in my fear, and your whisper cuts the dark like a match against my heart. The tape hiss hums beneath the roof, soft as flowers left to bloom inside a world too cold to save, too beautiful to behave. And I keep falling every time your high notes rise, like moonlight shattering across black water skies. Moonlight over empty boulevards, blue neon trembling in the rain. Two restless hearts without tomorrow, drifting slowly through the pain. Touch me like the last slow saxophone, echoing down the wire, like two ghosts trapped inside the dark, breathing smoke and fire. No heaven waits beyond this hour, only midnight's fading power, only distant sirens crying through the frozen atmosphere. But your voice floats above the silence, pure and pale and crystalline. Long notes hanging in the darkness, like fragile halos over crime scenes. And for a moment, the whole city disappears, leaving only smoke and us and the sound of disappearing years. Moonlight over empty boulevards, while the night dissolves to grey, while every lonely jazz refrain slowly fades away. Hold me like a final secret, no daylight could erase. Two luminous souls inside the Noir, vanishing without a trace. Hit a trumpet, rain on concrete, blue reflections down the hall, voice trembling above the silence like heaven. Right before the fall. Black coffee trembling in your hand, rain like sliding across the blinds. The city breeze in hollow tones through empty bars and payphones. Dusty brushes kiss the snare like soft footsteps through the air, while bass guitar moves low and warm underneath the coming storm. You sit wrapped in midnight blue, smoke and perfume surrounding you, and every slow word that you say pulls my lonely soul away. Letting piano fades like rain, softly circling through the pain, while distant saxophones appear like ghosts dissolving near my ear. You sing slowly, like moonlight sinking in red wine, and I lose myself inside your eyes every time. Black coffee and blue reveries, late night hearts and fading dreams. Two shadows floating through the noir under broken streetlight beams. Touch me softly, like the saxophone crying alone, like the last slow dance at closing time before the feeling's gone. The ceiling fan turns lazily above our quiet tragedy. Taxi headlights stain the room like dying flowers trying to bloom. Your lipstick marks the cigarette like a memory I can't forget, and every breath you let escape feels suspended inside tape. Outside the avenue glows dim, wet reflections stretching thin, while strangers drift like silhouettes through the smoke and silhouettes. Then your high notes start to rise, off fire underneath the ice. Long crescendos through the haze, turning sorrow into grace. And your voice still burns softly through the blue. Like heaven trying not to fall in a room for two. Black coffee and blue reveries, late night hearts and fading dreams. Two shadows floating through the noir under broken streetlight beams. Touch me softly, like the saxophone crying alone, like the last slow dance at closing time before the feeling's gone. No sunrise waiting for us now, only smoke beneath the clouds, only jazz cafes at 4 a.m. and hearts too tired to pretend. But your voice floats through the silence, pure and pale and luminous. Long notes drifting over darkness, like moonlight over damaged trust. And for one endless moment, the whole world disappears, leaving only fades away while lonely saxophones keep bleeding into the neon gray. Hold me gently like the last dream before goodbye. Two luminous souls inside the Noir watching heaven pass us by. Too beautiful to last. Blue static trembling through the blinds. 4 a.m. and the city's blind. Cold elevators hum below like tired ghosts too numb to go. Your lipstick stains a crystal glass, a fragile wound from nights that passed. Smoke curls slow around your hair like broken prayers left in the air. The jukebox bleeds a dying tune, sad trumpet crying at the moon, and every second drips like rain through silver wires in my veins. You move slowly like danger wrapped in velvet skin, and I keep sinking further in. Dance with me slowly inside the blue neon sorrow, where lost hearts flicker like motel signs, waiting for tomorrow. Touch me softly like smoke against the window pane. Two lonely souls in static light, trying not to break again. Dark bourbon melting into ice, your whisper cuts me thin as knives. Outside the subway screams below, tired beats moving slow. Cheap perfume and hotel sheets, cold jazz drifting through the heat. Your shadow stretches down the hall like somebody about to fall. I hear you breathing in the dark, soft and distant as a spark, and every silence in this room blooms like flowers made of doom. And you smile like someone hiding storms inside, beautiful and terrified. Dance with me slowly inside the blue neon sorrow, where lost hearts flicker like motel signs, waiting for tomorrow. Touch me softly like smoke against the window pane. Two lonely souls in static light, trying not to break again. No angels left to call us home, no daylight left inside our bones. Only the saxophone remained, bleeding gold into the rain. Your voice trembles, soft as vinyl, spinning low beneath the dark, and my soul keeps drifting farther like a tape his breathing, moonlight dying on the floor. Your shadow lingers next to mine now, quiet forevermore. Blue midnight spilling down a boulevard, rain like diamonds on abandoned cars. Every traffic light hums low and weak, like tired lovers too afraid to speak. Your long black coat drifts through the smoke, soft as sins nobody ever wrote. There's a piano leaking through the walls, like ghosts dancing in empty halls. A trumpet sighs from somewhere far, underneath the fluorescent stars. And your pale voice enters slow, like holy water over snow. You sit beside the hotel flame, half forgetting your own name. Silver rings against the glass, watching another lifetime pass. And your eyes carry oceans after storms, cold and endless, beautifully worn. Or are angels in slow motion, floating through the blue decay? Two broken hearts inside the static, trying not to fade away. Touch me like the distant saxophone, crying through the haze, like the final spark of heaven, lost inside the maze. Dust hangs softly in the room, like roses learning how to bloom. Tape his breathing underneath every silence, every dream. Outside the subway moans below, a wounded machine moving slow, while moonlight drips from fire escapes onto half-forgotten mistakes. Your whisper barely cuts the dark, still it lands inside my heart, like fragile glass beneath the rain, like pleasure stitched with pain. And every note your high voice holds turns the neon into gold, long and trembling through the air, like a prayer nobody hears. As I keep falling every time your shadows move, like smoke dissolving into midnight blue. Noir angels in slow motion, floating through the blue decay. Two broken hearts inside the static, trying not to fade away. Touch me like the distant saxophone, crying through the haze, final spark of heaven, lost inside the maze. No daylight left to save us now, only rain beneath the clouds, only empty jazz cafes and lonely dreams that never stayed. But your voice rises through the silence, soft and pale and crystalline. Long notes drifting through the darkness like halos over crime scenes. And the city disappears beneath us, every street becoming smoke, while your breath remains beside me, warm enough to hold the cold. Noir angels in slow motion, while the night turns silver gray, while every trumpet drowns in reverb and slowly floats away. Hold me like the last confession no heaven could replace. Two luminous souls inside the noir, vanishing without a trace. Headed trumpet, blue reflection, rainwater glowing on your skin. Your voice fading through the silence like a dream. The night kept hidden. The night kept hidden. Gold dash on the passenger side, streetlights slipping while the tires glide. Loose dusty drums in a lazy sway, like the night don't wanna end this way. And like piano under the rain, playing soft through the window pane. And the bass guitar moves low and warm, like a hand that keeps me from the storm. My breath leaves silver on the glass, watching old reflections pass. Your voice still living in the seams of every dark and half-lit dream. I don't reach for what is gone, I let it circle, let it haunt, like smoke above a midnight flame, like love that never says its name. Gold ash on the passenger side, your memory riding with the night. My voice falls slow across the black, like a ghost that never gives you back. Gold ash on the passenger side, soft and pale in dashboard light. I sing low through the blue undone, till the road and I become one. Soft electric bass and breathing lines wraps around the edge of time. Distant sags like a velvet stain, drifting through the city rain. And the log pads hold the sky wide enough to let me cry. But I don't break, I only bend, like a song that won't quite end. You love the glow, not what it cost, the way I shimmer through the lost, the way my silence wore perfume and made a chapel of the gloom. There's a kind of holy danger in the way I hold each note, like I'm lifting all I ruin, just enough to let it float. Gold ash on the past passenger side. You met me riding with the night. My voice falls slow across the black like a ghost that never gives you back. Gold dash on the passenger side, soft and pale in dashboard light. I sing low through the blue undone till the road and I become one. Maybe I was built for motion, for after hours, for the blur, for rear view halos, for empty stations, for the shape of what you were. Maybe love was always distant, a cigarette burn in the dark, a little warmth, a little damage, a little shine without a heart. So let the drums stay loose and hollow, let the piano barely bloom, let the bass line keep on breathing through this long noir hotel room. Gold ash on the passenger side, now the whole night's open wide. My voice rises through the silence, slow like moonlight, teaching grief to glow. Gold ash on the passenger side, soft the sin, satin light. You hear me drifting, drift inside like a spell that learns to drive. Gold ash on the passenger side, still alive in the fading white. I sing your name, then let it blur into the dark that carries her. Tape haze, blue rain, dim chrome sky, sax still sighing as we slide by. The city thins, the dawn stays far, and I become the moving dark. The room is colder now than when you came inside. I heard your shadow breathing long before your eyes. One hand lamp is trembling on the edge of blue. Piano notes fall slowly like they're afraid of truth. Your coat still holds the midnight, your hands still hold the rain. You don't have to tell me, I can taste the pain. Dust moves in the silence like a secret in the air. You look for something living, but I'm only almost there. Don't speak, let the dark move first. Don't reach, let the longing hurt. I am soft, but I am not safe. I am the ghost you came to chase. Stay very still, let the night come through. I'll sing in the cold till it covers you. Slow as a whisper, deep as a scar. I'll be the pale light under who you are. Stay very still where the shadows lean. I'm the frozen velvet hour in your dream. Sparse drums breathe beneath us like a pulse beneath the floor. Sub-bass comes and vanishes and returns once more. can pull you closer with the silence in my eyes. Don't pray, no one answers here. Don't run, you are almost near. I am calm, but I am not kind. I leave my echo in your mind. Stay very still, let the night come through. I'll sing in the cold till it covers you. Slow as a whisper, deep as a scar. I'll be the pale light under who you are. Stay very still where the shadows lean. I'm the frozen velvet hour in your dream. No flame, no dawn, only breath and gone. No vow, no cure, only wanting something pure. Blue glass shaking, old light fading, soft lips waiting, darkness waking, low breath under smoke drips slowly. Your heart listens to the ghost inside me. Stay very still, let the night come through. I'll sing in the cold till it covers you. Slow as a whisper, deep as a scar. I'll be the pale light under who you are. Stay very still where the shadows lean. I'm the frozen velvet hour in your dream. The room is colder now. Your shadow disappears. But when the night gets quiet, you'll still feel me near. Feel it slow. Midnight blue across your skin, like a fire burning in. Every movement soft and deep, like a promise we won't keep. Threaded piano, warm and wide, spilling slowly from inside. Every note begins to sway, then it gently drifts away. Saxophone in layer size weaves between your whispered lies. Every phrase just pulls me through into something close to you. You don't rush it, you just hold me in a space that feels too real. Every second burns a little with a quiet kind of feel. It's a slow burning midnight blue. Every breath pulls me to you. Every touch a rising flame, soft but never quite the same. Hold me where the night runs deep, where we lose what we can't keep. Even if it fades too soon, let me stay with you. Warm bass flowing through the dark, like a steady hidden spark. Every glance you let me see pulls a deeper side of me. Sex lines circle, fall, then rise like a truth you never hide. And I feel it in your tone, something close but not my own. Your hands linger, then they fade like a move you almost made. Still the tension lingers on, even when the moment's gone. I can feel it climbing slowly like a wave beneath the skin. Every moment draws us closer to a place we shouldn't be in. It's a slow burning midnight blue. Every breath pulls me to you. Every touch a rising flame, soft but never quite the same. Hold me where the night runs deep, where we lose what we can't keep. Even if it fades too soon, let me stay with you. Don't let it end. Not yet. Stay. Don't let it move. Frosted glass against your lips, a trembling pause that slowly slips. Your shadow bends but never stays, like something lost between the frames. Bitter chords drift out of time, each note dissolves before it rhymes. I hear your heartbeat far below a quiet place I shouldn't go. You get close and disappear like a breath I couldn't keep in the silence. I can feel you moving softly underneath, frozen velvet in your touch. I feel everything too much. You don't stay, you never do. Still I'm drawn into you. Hold me in this hollow light where nothing's wrong and nothing's right. Even if you fade away, I'll beg for you to stay. To stay. Distant sex like broken air, calling something never there. Your fingers hover near my skin, but never let the feeling in. Low and breathing, soft and slow, like something buried deep below. I trace the shape you never show, a fragile truth I'll never know. Every second stretches thinner, like it's slipping out of place, and I'm falling without warning into your empty space. Frozen velvet in your touch, Smoke climbs like a prayer through the empty room. I was born in silence under a silver moon. The piano barely moves, one chord beneath the frost. Your eyes search through the darkness for something you already lost. A candle bends beside me, but it never gives me heed. I sing above the stillness, like snow above the street. You stand there without asking, with your shadow open wide. I can feel the old wound waking in the place you try to hide. Breathe slow, let the blue light stay. Don't go, let the night obey. I am high above your sorrow, a pale voice you'll hear tomorrow. Come to the cathedral of smoke, where the lonely kneel down low. I'll hold the dark above you till your heartbeat turns to snow. Holy and hollow, cold and divine, I'll be the siren inside your mind. Come to the cathedral of smoke, where the lost ones never leave. I'm the light behind the silence that makes you believe. Dusty drums are almost weightless, like a pulse beneath a veil. Sub bass breathes once in the distance, then disappears pale. The saxophone is crying from a room behind the wall. Trumpet sighs like broken halos, too beautiful to fall. You reach for my reflection, but I'm only made of sound. I can lift your soul to heaven while I keep you underground. Don't speak, let the echo rise. Don't touch what the moon denies. I am soft, but I command the frozen light inside your hand. Come to the cathedral of smoke, where the lonely kneel down low. I hold the dark above you till your heartbeat turns to snow. Holy and hollow, cold and divine, I'll be the siren inside your mind. Come to the cathedral of smoke, where the lost ones never leave. I'm the light behind the silence that makes you believe. No flare, no door. Only wanting something more. I'll leave your fear at the altar. Let your breath move slower. I'll rise above you like a hymn, then disappear beneath your skin. Blue smoke folding, cold hands opening, low pulse fading, old prayers floating, brass eyes slowly, keys fall lightly, your heart kneeling, my voice shiny. Come to the cathedral of smoke, where the lonely kneel Smoke climbs like a prayer. No footsteps, no sound. You came looking for heaven, but I pulled you down. There is a signal in the dark, soft as a disappearing spark. It sounds like me, but not quite whole, like something missing from the soul. I walk through rooms that don't exist, where every shadow has a twist, and your reflections still remain in broken loops of gentle pain. My voice is silk with empty weight, delivered slow, never straight. And every word I ever send is where beginning meets the end. Sub-bass breath beneath my skin, like a secret kept within. I speak, but nothing reaches you. Just drifting noise and midnight blue. If I am real, I am gone. If I stay, I don't belong. So I sing in hollow tone to the dark I call my home. This is my hollow silk transmission, carried through a fading vision. You can hear me, but not hold. I am warmth that turned to cold. Call me once, I won't return. I exist in silent burn. I am nothing you can keep. I am what you hear in sleep. The city bends in muted light, like a thought that lost the fight. And I drift across its spine, half a signal, half a sign. Smoky sacks and broken rain rewrite everything in pain. And I become the aftertone of a voice that was your own. Do you hear me? Or the space I leave? I am made of what you don't believe. This is my hollow silk transmission, carried through a fading vision. You can hear me, but not hold. I am warmth that turned to cold. Call me once, I won't return. I exist in silent burn. I am nothing you can keep. I am what you hear in sleep. The mirror fogs and clears again, like it remembers where you've been. A silver street, a burned out sign, a half-dead moon, a glass of wine. My dress is black, the room is thin. Smoke floats slowly on my skin. Headed piano in the walls, like a prayer that never calls. Your footsteps stop outside my door, but I don't love like that no more. I let the silence turn the key and drift across the room to me. No sudden movements, no trembling light, just my breath floating through the throat of night. The coldest hour wears my name, soft as frost and blue as flame. I don't chase, I don't confess, I let the dark do all the rest. The coldest hour wears my skin and pulls you slowly inward in. You hear me once, then feel me stay, like a ghost that won't give way. Dusty drums fall far behind, like old regret losing time. Sub-bass breathing low and spare, barely there but everywhere. The sax dissolves into the haze, a dying gold, a blurred malaise. I sing as if I'm not alive, but too beautiful to leave behind. Your eyes move slow across the room, like they already know the doom, like they can taste the elegant sting of wanting one impossible thing. I was not made for daylight, for hands that need too much. I was made for distance, for hunger without touch. The coldest hour wears my name, soft as frost and blue as flame. I don't chase, I don't confess, I let the dark do all the rest. The coldest hour wears my skin and pulls you slowly inward in. You hear me once, then feel me stay, like a ghost that won't give way. Maybe I'm the stain on the velvet chair, maybe I'm the perfume left in air, maybe I'm the film that skipped and burned, the lesson touched but never learned. I know the shape of a ruined heart, how it blooms in the deepest dark, how it opens like a black rose wide when love and danger sleep beside. So come no closer than your ache. I'm not the kind of warmth you take, I'm the shimmer right before the freeze, the long exhale between disease. The coldest hour wears my name, a lullaby in a shattered frame, a pale curse, a soft refrain, a velvet pulse inside your pain. The coldest hour wears my breath, slow as lust and close as death. You hear me fade but not away, I live in what you cannot say. Tape hiss under the midnight rain, played reverb on a whispered vein. The room goes still, the skyline blurs, and for one more night the dark is hers. prayer. If you can. No one hears you. Static air fills your chest. Every thought laid to rest. You don't scream, you dissolve in a loop unresolved. Piano fades into dust. Every note breaks your trust. I don't lie, I reveal everything that you feel. Close your eyes, feel it rise. I'm the truth in disguise. Hollow prayers in the night. Fall apart out of sight. Every word disappears in the weight of your fears. Call me close, let me stay. In the parts you decay. I'm the voice you can't fight. Soft erosion of your light. Saxophone, distant cry, like a breath left behind. Every line incomplete pulls you under, slow and deep. You don't move, you descend, where the silence never ends. Every doubt you deny turns to something I define. Don't resist. but it falls so slow. Your shadow crosses softly through the blue-black hair. You look like someone searching for a ghost who might still care. I don't need to touch you, I don't need to move. I can make the silence tremble with a note held over you. Stay still, let the dark expand. Breathe low, let go of your hands. I am high above the pain, a silver voice inside the rain. Come into the glass halo where the night becomes thin. I'll sing until your sorrow starts glowing. Drums move almost nowhere, like a post behind the veil. Sub-bass breathes beneath the silence, then vanishes pale. A saxophone is weeping far behind the smoke. Trumpet sighs beside it, like a vow that slowly broke. You ask me if I'm lonely, but I only close my eyes. Some women are not questions, some women are the sky. Don't speak, let the echo rise. Don't reach for what never dies. I am soft, but I command the frozen inside your hand. Come into the glass halo where the night becomes thin. I'll sing until your sorrow starts glowing from within. Weightless, cold and bright, I'll be the siren above your night. Come into the glass halo where the shadows kneel. I'm the voice you can't remember, but you always feel. Oh, flame, no fear. Oh, fear. Only breath held here. Leave your name in the dark below. Let your heart move slow. I'll rise higher than your regret. A pale desire you won't forget. Thin smoke drifting, blue glass shifting, low pulse fading, old wounds lifting, brass eyes slowly, keys fall lightly, your soul open and my voice shining. Come into the glass halo where the night becomes thin. I'll sing until your sorrow starts glowing from within. Weightless, cold and bright, I'll be the siren above your night. Come into the glass halo where the shadows kneel. I'm the voice you can't remember, but you always feel. Glass halo above me, your footsteps disappear. Velvet eyes on your tongue, every truth left undone. You don't lie, you conceal what you're too numb to feel. Slow reflections in your gaze, lost inside quiet haze. I don't chase, I remain like a pulse in your brain. Feel me now, don't ask how. You were mine before now. Velvet eyes in your chest, soft collapse into rest. Every breath you control pulls you out of your soul. Hold me close, let it break. Every choice that you fake, on the edge you can't leave. Cold and easy to believe. Muted sax fades to gray, like a thought slipping away. Every second barely real, like a wound you don't feel. You don't fall, you erase every trace, every place. Still there's nothing left but me. In the dark you can't see, stay with me. Don't divide, there's no you, there's no I. Velvet eyes in your chest, soft collapse into rest. Every breath you control pulls you out of your soul.